What's going on, everyone? I'm Harrison Taylor and this is Ed Smith Stadium. Let's head inside and explore. Hello and welcome to another episode of Concession Critics Slice of Spring. I'm Harrison Taylor and today we are here at Ed Smith Stadium, the spring training home of the Baltimore Orioles. Located in Sarasota, Florida. The stadium has a capacity of 8,500 fans and opened in 1989. The field was built to replace Payne Park, the Chicago White Sox previous spring training home in Sarasota. The Orioles joined the White Sox at Ed Smith Stadium for the 1991 season. The White Sox stayed at Ed Smith until 1997 when they moved to the Cactus League. The next year, the Cincinnati Reds moved into the venue as they left Plant City Stadium. The Reds stayed in Sarasota until 2009. When they also moved to the Cactus League. With that decision, the stadium did not hold spring training in 2010. That same year, the Orioles decided to leave the 1962 Fort Lauderdale Stadium. Ed Smith Stadium underwent a $31.2 million renovation. The facility got a Spanish Mediterranean-style facelift, including a second-level concourse, new entrance, shade canopy, gift shop, berm seating, picnic area, and more seats. The stadium is named after the Sarasota civic leader who was instrumental in getting the new stadium built. Ed Smith Stadium is also home to the Orioles Gulf Coast League team, and the Orioles' lease of the ballpark lasts until 2039. It's time to cruise the concourse. There are two entrances to the ballpark, one in the outfield and one behind home plate. When you enter the gates, you will find tropical plants and statues of the Oriole bird. Throughout the concourse, there is banners with old Oriole logos and a sign with all the affiliates. Inside the main gates, there is a bat chandelier with Orioles pennants. The gates features Oriole birds like those at Campton Yards. Next to the entrance, there is the cafe featuring a Boar's Head deli. On the opposite side of the cafe, you will find the team store. On the first base side, there's a map with all the Grapefruit League stadiums. And above the first base line, you'll find the Corona Cantina, featuring Mexican food and not a virus. In left field, you'll find the Boog's Barbecue concession stand featuring barbecue sandwiches. Against the fence, there is table seating, allowing for a unique view of the game. Now let's try the small popcorn for $5.50, available at most concession stands. Alright, so we got the popcorn, of course. Let's go ahead and try it. It's $5.50. It's a small popcorn. Let's try it. So the initial impression is I'm not getting any salt. There's the butter there and it's warm, which is a plus, and it's not burnt. So I guess with the no salt, that's a big key to the popcorn for me. However, it's not like burnt, like the rays are so inedible. So I guess for top of the pop, I would put this below the Braves, but above the Twins. There wasn't any souvenir options available, so you have to get a bag. But don't be deceived, it's still a lot of popcorn for the money. $5.50 is not bad compared to what we paid at some of these other stadiums. If popcorn isn't your thing, Ed Smith Stadium has some other dishes to try. Some items we're going to add to the wheel include the sandwiches from Cafe 54 at the main entrance, the barbecue sandwiches from the outfield, and the crab cake sandwich. Now that we know all the food options, it's time to go ahead and spin the Wheel of Concessions! And it looks like today we'll be trying the crab cake sandwich, topped with lettuce, tomato, and seasoned with Old Bay. The dish is available at almost every Birdland concession stand for $14. Alright, so we got this crab cake sandwich pretty much everywhere, $14. It has lettuce, tomato, seasoned with Old Bay, and on a buttered bun. Let's go ahead and try it. First thing I tasted was the nice buttered warm bun, nicely toasted. I really enjoyed that. The crab cake is nice and fresh. The Old Bay seasoning, of course, what makes it authentic Maryland food. Crab cake, real fresh crab, delicious. The lettuce and tomato really add to the sandwich to make it good. Pop point wise, I'd say it gets 5 out of 6 pop points, which makes it a good deal. For $14, the price is a little steep, but since it is fresh crab meat, it is good. It is authentic Maryland, and it's definitely something you should get on your visit here to Ed Smith Stadium. Overall at Ed Smith Stadium, I would rate the food quality 5 pop points as the food hit the spot. For value, the stadium gets 4 pop points as everything was priced fairly. For service, the ballpark gets 4 pop points, and for experience, the ballpark gets 5 pop points Add it all up and you get an overall stadium score of 9 out of 10 or bathed in butter. Alright, now it's time for Harrison's highlights, where I share my favorite things from the stadium. My first highlight is just how cool the stadium is. There's so many hidden details throughout the stadium to find, like the old spring training logos and stuff like that. It's just really cool. A lot of historic elements here from this old stadium. Some of the seats are even refurbished from Camden Yards. My next favorite thing is the Oriole bird. I had no clue that the Oriole bird chirped until today, and it was super cool to meet him. He was greeting fans on the front plaza. It was a super nice experience. He was dancing all night long. Great experience. Love the Oriole bird. And finally, there was a nice variety of concession items at good prices with the crab cake, and they have some healthy items like hummus that made everyone be able to have a great food choice here at the ballpark. There's even a whole stand dedicated to healthy options called the Orioles Fit Grill. From Ed Smith Stadium, I'm Harrison Taylor. Have a wild week, and I'll see you guys next week for another Slice of Spring. Be sure to subscribe, plus click the bell for notifications so don't miss next time when we head north to the newly renovated TD Ballpark in Dunedin, Florida. Spring training home of the Toronto Blue Jays.